Hello, my name is Michelle O'Quinn, and this is Job Search, Your Next Move. So today our agenda, we're going to talk about interest surveys, types of preparation needed for your job search or for the job that you're interested in, certification, apprenticeship, and intern programs. So introduction, my name is Michelle O'Quinn. I'm the job developer for Scare. I am a mother of 7 children. At one point in time when the stock market crashed and they were putting together those bad, they were home loans, they were the bad ones, and so the stock market crashed. And so at one point in time, I found myself unemployed with 7 kids. Unfortunately, when I was on TANF, they gave me more money in food stamps than they did in cash. So I had to make that work. So I'm like, I have a lot of stories of struggle in trying to make ends meet with nothing, but budgeting and a little know-how. I got to learn how to coupon very well. And now I work for Scare. Before I working for Scare, I was a program director for 20 years. And in that program, we serviced homeless and homeless population and those families that are transitioning from homelessness. A lot of my job entailed me helping our participants and our families in that transition to gaining employment and housing, which, it was difficult. I felt like I was going through it with them. And now I work for Scare. I'm the job developer here. I do resume assistance. I also help with your cover letter. I do mock interviews. I send you job leads and then also career counseling. So one of the tools that I like to use for my participants or my clients is I like to give them the ONET. It's right here. It's my next move. So the ONET is a free online database containing information regarding job opportunities and career preparation. So you can go to search career with keywords. You can put things in like, well, they have down here as an example, doctor, build houses. You can put anything, librarian, career developer, and then it'll bring up, that particular job, and then what training that you need, what are the personality traits that they're looking for, what's the schooling that they're looking for, what are the soft skills that they're looking for, things of that nature. And then you can browse careers by industry. So this one that's already in the search bar says administration and support service. So administration is a wide range of jobs. So you'll get a list of all those jobs. Here it's the interest survey. So it'll say, tell us what you like to do. So you'll answer, I think it's about 60 questions. They're not hard questions. You're not giving a blood sample or anything like that. But they ask you about 60 questions about your interests. So it'll say, do you like to organize things? And that might be something that you like to do, but it doesn't mean that they're just going to give you a bunch of jobs that are based on organizing. It's an interest survey based on like a wide range of interests that you might have, and then a wide range of disinterests. So when you get your survey back, it'll say like your bright looks. So that's something that may be really fitting for you and your personality. And then you have like your interests and job prep. So with the job prep, they tell you like how much schooling that you'll need in order to obtain that job. So when you click on the one that says what are your interests, it'll send you here to the ONET interest profiler. So you'll this right here where it says interest, that's where they're asking you all the questions. It's like 60 questions. Then you'll get your results, and then it'll tell you like the different job zones, and then different careers that are related. And then you're also able to share this. So you can share this with your career counselor at TANF. You can also share this with your friends or whoever. I personally gave this ONET to my teenagers, and it was interesting. And they had agreed that the interest profiler got their interests right. Like it told them jobs that they wanted to do now. And they were like, yeah, this fits my personality. But then it also told them jobs that they did not want to do. I mean, it's not perfect, but I mean, you'll find something. So one of the interest areas is realistic. So realistic individuals are active and stable and enjoy hands-on manual activities, such as building, mechanics, machinery operations, and athletics. They prefer to work with things rather than ideas and people. So it's like plumbers, assemblers, wood processing plant operators, meat processing operators, sailors, pest controller, metal molder, bricklayer, printing machine operator, power plant operator. These are people that really don't have to work with others. They just work by themselves and with their hands and with what's in front of them. Next, we have investigative and investigative personality. Type tends to be analytical, intellectual, and scholarly. They enjoy research, mathematical, or scientific activities. These individuals live in their mind and prefer to deal with the real world from a distance. They like to read, study, and use books and other data instead of working hands-on. These individuals are unconventional and independent thinkers, and who are curious and very insightful. So that's an archaeologist, dentist, surgeons, electrical engineers, laboratory analysts, and civil engineer technicians. These are just examples. There's a whole list. I just gave you a few. Otherwise, this video would last for a very long time. We have social individuals who have the social personality. Let me move my social stuff over here. Okay, individuals who are a social personality type are dedicated leaders, humanistic, responsible, and supportive. They use feelings, words, and ideas to work with people rather than physical activity to do things. They enjoy closeness, sharing groups, unstructured activities, and being in charge. So a facilitator, a facility manager, checkout operator, legal supervisor, human resource officer, early childhood educator, secretary, primary school teacher, executive secretary, community health worker, secondary school teacher, and physician assistant. Artistic, an artistic personality type uses their hands and minds to create new things. They appreciate beauty, unstructured activities, and variety. They enjoy interest in unusual people, sights, textures, and sounds. These individuals prefer to work in unstructured situations and use their creativity and imagination. So freelance photographer, film, stage, or related director, program maker, advertising producer, architect, journalist, and interior design. So for myself, I find myself to be more like social because I like to help people. I have a son who is 22 years old and he's more artistic. So he travels around the world and he dances. So he's a break dancer, and and that's what he brings his camera. He has like one of those, what is that, 35 millimeter cameras where he has to actually go take it somewhere to get the film developed. I mean, the pictures are nice, but yeah, he travels around the world. He just came back from Greece and Denmark. So, I mean, that's what he does with his little artsy self. Next is enterprising. These individuals like to work with people, influence, persuade, lead, and manage for organizational goals or economic gain. An enterprising personality type is often a leader who is talented at organizing, persuading, and managing. They enjoy money, power, status, and being in charge. I don't know about that, but the being in charge. Key accountant manager, HR manager, department store manager, child care service manager, hotel manager. They also don't like being told what to do. Let's see. I say that because my daughter is a manager. She doesn't like being told. Conventional personality type like to work with data and numbers, carry out tasks and details, follow through on instructions of on the instructions of others. They are quiet, careful, responsible, well organized, and task oriented. These individuals use their mind, eyes, and hands-on to carry out tasks. So you have filing clerks, web developers, financial clerks, database designers, accountants, payroll clerks, IT system administrator, police inspector, quality inspector, and all products. So this is conventional. I'm going to move myself again. So your interest profile. So after you finish answering all the 60 questions, then you'll come to here where it says like it's your interest results. So you have realistic, investigative, artistic, social, enterprising, and conventional. So this person's profile says that they're mostly conventional. So then when you look down here, it'll say best fit, great fit, bright outlook. So here, air traffic controller would be a best fit, but airfield operations specialist is a bright outlook. So according to the profile, they think that the profile suggests that they would be really good at that. Also with bookkeeping, accounting, and auditing clerk. So you have your job zone, and here it's like job zone 3, which means medium preparation needed for conventional jobs. Okay, and then you can browse careers. So again, you can go on to my next move and then browse the careers here. Just put in whatever your interest was. You can put that in right here. So let's say that you don't know anything about the job that they suggested, an air control person. You can just put that in here, an air control operator. You just put that in here, and then it'll tell you all about that job, what schooling is needed, if any, what are the personality traits and the soft skills that they're looking for when you apply for that job. So here we have, just as an example, pest control worker. On my next move, or the ONET, it'll have a video here that you can click on. You can watch the video. It also gives you alternative names for pest control workers, so exterminator, pest control technician, residential pest control technician. Also, it tells you what they do. the knowledge that they need to have: business, customer service, under safety and government, public safety and security, and then arts and humanity. You need to be able to speak English. Skills, basic skills: listening to others, thinking about the pros and cons, the different ways that you can solve the problem. So you're listening to your customer, they're telling you what the problem is, and then you have to use your problem solving skills in order to figure out what's the best way to tackle the problem. You have social skills with understanding people's reactions and looking for ways to help people. I know sometimes dealing with different personalities, it's really hard to understand people's reactions because, again, like it could be, something that's triggering, with their past issues or past traumas. Who knows? They could have lived somewhere that was infested with rats or with mice, and so like you have this customer who's just over the top, just loud and obnoxious about all these pests or rodents that are in their house, and trying to make their problem your problem. But again, you have to understand other people's reactions to what's going on. Another ability is verbal: communicate and listen and understand what people are saying. Notice when problems happen. Use rules to solve your problems, and then pay attention. To have the ability to do two or more things at the same time. Being able to multitask, pay attention to something without being distracted, and then hearing and speaking, like speak clearly. Down here you have personality traits. You need to have integrity. Don't say, yeah, I sprayed your entire, exterior of your home, but you really didn't. You kind of just went in the back and smoked a cigarette. Things like that. Have integrity, dependability, attention to detail, independence, cooperation, stress tolerance, because it can be a stressful job. So these are the personality traits that someone that's looking to hire a pest control worker would look for. Technological skills would be word processing software. That's if they use that. Video creation, if the company uses that. So a lot of these tech skills, it just depends on the company, because sometimes they don't even use that. So no formal education or credential. So these are the different job preparation areas that the ONET will tell you. So for example, roofers, they can make $18 to $29 an hour. Stucco mason, $15 to $35 an hour. Cashier, $15 an hour depending on what part of San Diego you live in. And a personal care aide, $16 to $26 an hour. High school diploma or equivalent. We have a glazer, who makes $15 to $34 an hour. A loan clerk, $18 to $35 an hour. Repair worker, $19 to $21 an hour. First line food prepper is $27 an hour, and that's usually if you're working in one of those hotels or a hotel that has a restaurant. Some college, but no degree necessary. A teacher assistant, $14 to $17 an hour. However, I heard that went up. And then also too, I believe from what I was told is that they're now receiving sign-on bonuses. Bookkeeping, $20 an hour, and computer support specialist, $18 to $35 an hour, depending on where you work. Post-secondary, non-degree certification. So for a medical assistant, $18 to $22 an hour. Auto service tech, $23 to $30 an hour. Massage therapist, $35 to $49 an hour. And then actually, I believe that went up. And then aircraft mechanic, $29 and up. But I think that depends on your certification. So In some of these jobs, it'll say like, you don't need any training or you just need a certificate. However, if you want to move up, that's if you're like at the bottom. But like as you climb to the top and you want to move up, you're going to need more training. So a lot of times people will be working and going to school at the same time because they want to keep their job. They just want to move up in the ranks. Professional certificate. So why would someone want a professional certificate? So for higher pay, of course, that's like number one. Advancement opportunities. So many companies, large and small, they would rather hire inside, as opposed to putting out a want ad and then not knowing what you're getting when they come through the door. Because there are people out there that know how to get through their 90-day probationary period and then out pops their personality. So their real personality. So many companies would rather hire from inside. So if you can get whatever certificate or certification that is needed to move up in ranks or to move to a different department, that's a good reason to get a professional certificate. Also to have a competitive edge. So when it comes to you and someone else getting a position, like just because you have that certificate, that might have been the catapult that threw you over and it to where now you're first in line for that position because you have that certification. And then some companies have a tuition reimbursement program. Just as an example, preschools. They will tell you that you need to have your CPR. They'll send you to go get your CPR. You get certified, you pay for it, then the company reimburses you because that company needs to have staff on board that are CPR qualified. Most recommended certifications, foreign language, always number one. Really neat story. I used to work, with my position I would work with a lot of clients that were with CalWorks. And so a lot of them were refugees from different countries. And it was just really interesting how these refugees, like they, were learning to speak English and could barely speak English. However, upon, just talking to them casual in conversation, like they spoke like 8 to 10 different languages, so I just found that interesting. Another recommended certification is computer software. That's always a must, and keeping up with computer software is kind of hard because things are always changing. There's always a 2.0, 3.5, 9.7, and then CPR and first aid. So if you're working with children or elderly, they're always going to ask for CPR and first aid. Leadership certification. So let's say that you may not have a lot of skills or a lot of experience in a certain position. However, if you have that leadership certification, plus you're getting experience in that same, from that same company at the same time when a leadership position opens up, you would be a candidate, as opposed to not having a certification and not even having the opportunity to become a candidate for a position like that. Project management, like being able to organize a crew and understanding what the project is and just getting everybody on board, like this is what we're going to do, we're going to get this done. That certification, oh my gosh, most supervisors want people like have some class in project management. Trade certification, so especially with construction, so you can be a laborer. Labor basically cleans up all the nails and cleans up the construction site, as opposed to a journeyman that's just there telling everybody what to do. So it's kind of and the trade certification, like there are steps and ladders. So it's just like the more training you get, the higher up the ladder that you get, you know, until you journey out and become a journeyman. So trade certification, you know, of course, it's a higher pay, but then also it reflects in the type of work that you do on this construction site. That's just an example. There's all kinds of trade certification. So we have Career One Stop. So now you can go on here to look up just different certifications. Let's see. So it explains what a certificate is, and then how can you earn it. Why would you want one? And then you can click this down here, and it's certification finder. So just like when you did the ONET, and it told you like what kind of training you might need, and if it just says like certificate, then you can click on Career One Stop, go down here and find a program in your area that offers that certification program. So here's apprenticeship program. And so an apprenticeship program combines a full-time job with training, and it prepares the workers to enter into in-demand careers. And I give construction as an example because you're working all day in construction, and then a lot of times you have to go to class that evening in order to stay in the, I don't know, like the carpenters union, or, you know, the electricians union, you know, something like that. And then again, you can click on apprenticeship.gov, and then it'll take you here. And then it's I'm a career seeker. So that's if you want to become an apprentice. I'm an employer. So that's like if you want to start a program. And then I'm an educator. You know, it's kind of self-explanatory. But you can click here, apprenticeship.gov, and then it'll take you here, and then you can click on I'm a career seeker, and then find a job. Find a apprenticeship program. Okay, and then also with Career One Stop, oh, you can look for jobs. So here we have internships with usajobs.gov, but that's if you're looking for an internship. So an internship is a short-term job, often unpaid. Sometimes they are paid, so don't scare away from internship. That gives students and other adults hand-on work experience. So sometimes on your resume, you may or may not have experience in a certain field. So you can sign on with an organization, a nonprofit, or something in that field area to get that experience. Sometimes, let's say that you're looking for a job as a paralegal, you can ask a law firm if they have a internship program that maybe you can sign on to, paid or unpaid. You know, filing, just getting some kind of experience in the law firm. You know, something like that. But again, you can go to Career One Stop, click down here at internships on usajobs.gov, and then sends you to this page, which is Pathway Internships. You just put in the type of job that you want here at the top, and then it'll give you a list of jobs. You also put the location, city, state, zip code, and then you can also put whether or not you want to be remote. And just as an FYI, everyone wants to be remote. So there's a lot of competition when it comes to remote jobs. One thing that you want to make sure that you have on your resume is that you're proficient in Microsoft, Excel, and any other online program, digital program, because that's what they're looking for. Okay, so to review, we went over the interest survey, which is the ONET. And again, I think it's 60 questions that they ask you about your interests, and then they tell you what career field that you would be great in, and then the types of preparation needed to obtain that job, certification, apprenticeship, and intern program, and ways to look for them. I highly suggest Career One Stop. It's a really excellent resource. For anybody, you can refer that website to even your friends and family. I like to refer it to teenagers, just because they don't really know what they want to do when they grow up. So it's a good start, and it gets them to looking at things that they want to do in their own future, and as well it gives you an opportunity to look at what you want to do in your future. So I would like to thank you all for allowing me to share this information with you. My name is Michelle O'Quinn. I can be contacted at michelle@scareinc.org, or you can give me a call at 619-328-0676. Have a great day. Hello, this is Michelle O'Quinn. I'm here to talk to you about your action journal. It's called Mode of Action. Basically, your action journal is to help you put your goals into an action. So it's one thing to know your goals, it's another thing to get the ball rolling with your goals. So your action journal is a simple way and effective tool to identify and create your personal and professional goals and take action and to get results. So you'll see in your action journal that you'll have this calendar from 2021. Of course, you're going to ignore that. I'm glad that it does have a calendar from 2021, which makes it not useful to utilize during your goal setting. This is because throughout this action journal, there are daily goals, there are long-term goals, short-term goals. But when you have something like a calendar from your current year, it makes it intimidating because you feel that you have to keep up with this journal. You have to do it daily. And the way that the journal is set up is that, life happens, things happen, some might be able to stay on task with this and do it daily and follow through. And then other people may need to, they'll utilize it, put it down for a little bit, and then pick it up again and utilize it again. So it gives you room to work with it according to your own needs. So again, just ignore the calendar pages in the front. Like I said, I rather that the calendar was not up to date because I don't want it to create this subconscious pressure that you put on yourself to make sure that you're not falling behind, and it's just like, oh, I haven't picked up my journal in a week or 2 weeks or a month or 2 months, and it's really up to you. They're your goals, so just relax. See. So in the beginning of this, prior to this page, there is a portion where it says, shape your life by choosing who you are. And this is important. It says the people you surround yourself with are the biggest influence on your behavior, your attitude, and your results. You spend time with these people and it impacts the way you think, behave, and feel. It follows that you can accelerate your personal growth in whatever direction you desire by spending time with people who are already where you want to be. They will inspire you with their thoughts and behaviors and attitudes that help you achieve success. And more likely because they've been where you want to be. I mean, they've been where you are, and they are where you want to be. They can best guide you to your goals. The next portion says to ask yourself, what kind of person do you want to be? And what is the ideal self you want to become? And what qualities do you desire to possess? And then we go into looking at the people that you are surrounding yourself with. It says, who are 5 people I spend most of my time with currently? And what are they like? What top 3 qualities does each person represent? And so it gives you lines where you can write this down. And then the next portion says, who are the top 5 people I most admire that embody the qualities that I desire? And then you would write those top 5 people down, and then the qualities that they have that you would like to attain. And then from those 2 groups, the top 5 of the people that you currently spend all your time with, and then the top 5 people that you admire. It says, are those 2 groups of people the same? And if not, how can I increase time with people that I admire? And the reason why you're increasing time with people that you admire is because they that's where you want to go. That's the direction you want that you want your life to move in. Not that you're creepy or anything. So here we're going to set goal number 1. It says, why is this goal important to you? And you'll find this a lot throughout life, is that, you get to a point where you thought you wanted to be, and then you have to go back to your why. Like, why was this important? Why am I doing this? And so that why is going to be the foundation of what your goal is in everything that you lay on top of it. Because at some point, sometimes things seem like it's not worth, like, do I really want to do this? Well, then it's like, well, why did you start doing it in the first place? So why is this goal important to you? Why is it worth your time and your energy? What will achieving this goal do for you? What are the results you want to achieve? When will you know you have achieved this goal? So it's like, how will you measure yourself with this goal? When do you want to accomplish this goal? And who will be impacted by you achieving this goal? And who needs to be involved to complete this goal? And how will you know you achieve this goal? So it's like making that goal measurable. The portion where it says, when do you want to accomplish this goal? It can be like when you want to accomplish it, but sometimes what we want is not what we get. So again, no pressure. The next page is pacing your future goals. So on the next page, you'll put it is now, and then you'll put the date, and it's I, and then your full name. I'm so happy and grateful to have easily and successfully achieved this goal of, and then again, you're writing your goal, the goal that you wrote on the first page. And I achieved this goal through the following actions. So here you're writing your action steps. And as you achieve each action step, you can put like a check mark next to it, or maybe a star next to it, just to show yourself that you completed these actions. And it's by completing this goal, I have achieved the following results. So then you can write down the results of your actions. Daily goals set the tone. So here you want to set the tone for your day. Um, it says the future depends on what you do today. So you have like today's word. That's if you're into those things. You don't have to do it. At the top, you have the date. It has the weekly, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. You can bubble in what day of the week, or it can be a daily goal, or it can be a weekly goal. It's really up to you. You can write down today's affirmation. Today I am, and then you can complete that sentence. It leaves room for like 3 little goals. Let me see. Okay, so as an example, it says today's affirmation. Today I am, and then it says full of life and filled with possibilities, worthy of all things wonderful, a money magnet, and I attract abundance. Those can be sample affirmations for today. Today I am grateful for me, my abundance of coffee. And then today I learned throughout the day, setbacks aren't always a setback. Sometimes it can be a lesson. So today I learned, and you can write that down. And then today's win, and your wins, they're your wins. So whatever you feel that win is. And then your daily action plan. So you have goal 1, goal 2, goal 3, all through 8. You can write those down as your goals for today. Your goal could simply be, I got out of bed, I read a page from a book, I watched a video on how to better myself, or, today I spent time with my child and we did an activity. That can also be a goal as well. You want to be setting SMART goals. So for us, you want it to be specific. So your goal needs to be detailed, unambiguous, and meaningful. State exactly what you want to accomplish. Measurable, because this clearly defines a set of parameters to determine that you're making progress. And then achievable, your goal should be challenging but realistic and reasonably possible to accomplish, and make sure to identify the tools and resources to attain your goal. Relevant, your goal should be relevant to you and what's important to you, and it should align with your values, your mission, and your long-term objectives. And time. State when your goal will be completed and be specific on the date and time frame. Your goal should always include a start and a finish time. And then also too, when it comes to finding your whys. So why is this goal important to you? Why is it worth your time and energy? What will achieving this goal do for you? And what are the results you want to achieve? If you want to actually achieve the goal you set, know your why. If we don't dig deep enough and find the root cause behind our why, we often find ourselves losing motivation and giving up. This is from Irina Alexander. Because once you reflected on these questions, don't procrastinate. Think positive, start planning, and take action. The time is now. So what we set aside for you and added into your gift bag is this action journal, and it's to help you find your whys to your goals. and to help you get the ball rolling. And if you stop doing your daily goals, it's fine. It's totally fine. You can pick up whenever you feel that you're ready to reach these goals. So these are your goals, number 1 through 8, for your daily action plan. And that you know your struggles. So your daily action plan is whatever you want it to be. You don't have to make this daily action plan appeal to anyone else but you. If you have any questions about your action journal, you can contact me at the SCARE office. The number here is 619-328-0676. Again, that's 619-328-0676. And then I can be reached via email, Michelle, MISHELL, @scareinc.org. I hope you enjoy your action journal, and I'll be more than happy to help you with that. Have a wonderful day.